It's you versus you, so stop looking at other people to make a change because you're ultimately the only one who can change who you are right now. If you don't know who I am, my name's Nate Job, and I was bullied through middle school and high school for being skinny and Asian. I was very self-conscious, I hated what I looked like, and I'd literally brush my teeth and stare at my feet because I didn't want to see myself in the mirror every single morning. So I ended up getting a girlfriend. I don't know how, it just happened, but I told her everything. I told her everything about myself, how I hated myself, how I just didn't want to look at myself. And you want to know how she repaid me? I got a video sent to me of her and another guy making out. And that night I went on a walk and I didn't know what to do. I felt like I was falling. My heart was broken. I felt like I couldn't do anything. And so the only thing I could think about was jumping in front of a car that was driving by, just getting rid of all this pain. But then I thought of my mom and just how bad it would hurt her, how much she would hate that, because she's always been the person who I've been able to run to, who I've told everything to, and just someone who's always supported me throughout my whole life. And so I went and talked to her. I ended up not jumping in front of a car, and she told me I needed to strive for something greater than myself. And so I turned towards fitness, and I was able to put on 40 pounds of muscle in 2 years, and it has completely changed my life in so many different ways. But I'm way more confident, I'm way happier now, and I have something to live for every single day. So I'm gonna go and get into why you need to change and what you need to change, because ultimately your mindset is everything. Your mindset is everything when you're trying to make yourself better and go from being a skinny man to absolutely being jacked. So you need discipline, because motivation isn't there every single day. I have so many days where I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go to the gym today. I don't want to hit my macros today. I don't want to eat all this nasty food because I do it every single day. Like, this sucks. But that's where discipline comes in. It's not just motivation, because if you rely solely on motivation, then you're going to give up in a week, in a month. You're definitely not going to make it a whole year, because you're going to hit a day where it's like, okay, I'm not motivated anymore. I don't want to do it today. And then you're going to give up. That's where you need discipline. You have to build discipline over time. So when you get to that point, when you get to the point where you're like, okay, I don't feel like doing it today. I don't feel like getting up and going. You're going to anyway. No matter how bad you feel, no matter how lazy you feel, you're going to get up, you're going to work out, you're going to hit your macros, you're going to do whatever you need to do to get to that goal, because you have the discipline, because you've built the discipline. That's where you need to get. And giving up is way easier. Giving up is one of the easiest things you could do. Of course, everyone gives up. Everyone has given up on something in their life. And you know how easy it was to do? It's the easiest thing in the world. You know what's hard to do? What's hard is getting up every single day and giving 100%. Getting up every single day knowing that you're going to give 100%, giving that 100%, and then not seeing a change that day. If you do that every single day, eventually you'll see a change. But knowing that you're not going to see a change every single day you're giving 100%, and you know you're not going to see that change. That's how you know that you're disciplined. That's where you start going. That's where you start pushing. And then eventually you will see that change. But it takes time. It takes effort. It takes 100% giving everything you have every single day and not giving up. Not taking the easy way out. And I gotta say this. Don't wait until you're an old man and then know you could have been great. You could have looked great. You could have felt great. Don't wait until you're in a hospital bed. Don't wait until you're on crutches. Don't wait until you need a walker to walk around. Don't wait. Why are you waiting? There's no point in waiting when you know you have potential. Even if you don't know you have potential, there are people out there that have way less potential but have more work ethic than you, that are striving for something better and actually hitting their goals. They look better than you. They work harder than you. They have less potential than you, but they're still doing better than you because you're not giving you're not giving 100%. You're not trying for your goal. You have to figure out how to push yourself and not wait until you're an old man. Don't wait. Start today. Start now. So you don't have to sit there when you're an older man and be like, dang, I could have done so much in my life. I could have reached this peak that I always wanted, but I was too lazy at the time. I was too caught up in all these worldly things. I was too caught up in drinking, in playing around with friends. I was too caught up in all these different things instead of locking in, instead of focusing on what truly mattered. You have to lock in. You have to focus up so you don't regret it later on. And I love this quote. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. What that means is you should be a monster who's ruthlessly ambitious, but learn to control that. Learn to control that monster, because if you just become a monster, you become so dedicated, you become so ambitious that you're pushing yourself daily, you're working as hard as you can every single day, but you can't control that, then you're gonna fall off. But if you control that, then you can become one of the best. You can become something that most people will never reach. Because most people, like I said, will take the easy way out and give up. Most people will not push themselves every single day because they don't see progress daily. You have to be different than that. You have to be ambitious. You have to push yourself daily. And that's what's gonna separate you from other people. That's what's gonna separate you from a normal average person. You're going to be way above average because you want to be that warrior in a garden. Don't put yourself in the position where you're a gardener in a war. You want to be the best you can possibly be in every single situation. Because hard men make soft situations. Soft men create hard situations for themselves because they won't do the hard things earlier in life. Therefore, later on, they have a harder time. Versus a hard guy who will do whatever it takes to reach what he wants to reach. And he does the hard things. He does the difficult things that most people won't do. But then he creates softer situations because he's already gotten through with all the hard stuff. He's already pushed himself so he can have the life that he wanted. Don't be the soft guy, okay? Push yourself so you can be the hard guy that does difficult things every single day. And you have to do what you hate. Do what you hate to do, but do it like you love it, okay? You have to act like you love what you hate. And I know that's like really confusing and really stupid, but if I went to the gym, and I love working out, I have to be honest with you, so I'll give a different example. If I were to run, so I hate running, but I have to act like I love it. I have to act like I love it so I can do it. So I can do it every week. So I can push myself and know, okay, this is fine. I'm getting better. I'm getting better, so I have to keep going. I'm going to keep going because this is worth it. You have to do the things that you hate. If you hate working out, then act like you love it. Do it like you love it. Go every single day. Push yourself every single day because you have to act like you love it. That's how you're going to get better. You're never going to love all the hard things that you do. You're never going to get to the top. You're never going to be the best that you can if you're not doing the difficult things. It's impossible. There's no shortcuts. You have to push yourself. You have to do difficult things to be that person, to be the person that you envision yourself to be. I know you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, or you looked at yourself, I don't know, 5-10 years ago, you're like, I want to be here. I bet you're not at that point right now. I bet you're not at the point that you envisioned yourself to be 10 years ago, that you envisioned for yourself 5 years ago. You have to start now. You have to go. Do the difficult things. Don't be lazy. Don't be soft. You have to start now, or else you'll regret it forever.